Yes, people, welcome to Never a Foul. Your host here, Tyrell, because Raphinha and Chelsea, 60 million. Yes, you've heard it on a Tuesday. I don't know what's happened. Transfer Tuesday, we might as well call it, is going down in the west side of London. I don't know why I'm the only one here, but don't worry, I am going to be joined by one of Never a Foul's greatest as well. So I'm going to get him straight in the building because we need to talk about the blue side of Chelsea. Most importantly, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you're here right now, make sure you stay tuned at 10:15 for Daps and Aaron on a Manchester Derby show. And you can also check out Trafford Tunnel below for our Manchester United content and Feed the Goat as well for our Manchester City content. So big up every single time. Cass.
Well, go on. It's always a bit weird. You're two United fans talking on Chelsea and all that, but it's not the point. It's not the point.
At least, neutrals, you know what? At least we have the ability to talk on other clubs and can do that.
Yeah, I know, man. You have to keep it respectful, man, when talking about other clubs. Things get a bit passionate, especially on the blue side of London in the west, you know, like, so it's just them man are passion merchants. So I can't lie. Got to be careful because if you say one wrong thing, even about saying about Jorginho and Mount, they already know, like, oh, he's proper Chelsea or he's a proper Red boy.
Yeah, they're ready. They're ready now. I think Chelsea, do you know what? It's so funny because obviously we'll touch on the Man United a bit later on. But in terms of like Chelsea, I think with Arsenal doing their thing at the moment, you've got Man City have done their thing. You've got Liverpool have signed Nunes. Yes, they haven't got a midfielder. And then you had the Man United news today. Chelsea fans were itching. They could not tell me now that they were sitting here in this chat right now. There's 20 of you watching. They were saying, no, we were calm. Oh, big up, Dave. And Dave said it there. He look, I told you we'll be fine. He says that, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, you run the comments.
I did.
Yeah. He says he says we'll be fine. But I know after you heard the Jong news and then the Malacia, he was thinking Chelsea need to do something. And you know what? You broke it to me when I was on my show on Trafford Tunnel. Ornstein, Raphinha. I was like, what?
That's what I was saying. You know what's mad, yeah? So before the whole Raphinha thing, and let's just talk about the Jong thing. Me and Michael were doing a last stream on Trafford on Never a Foul, innit? And then as soon as we left, 2 minutes later, Fabrizio was watching our stream, you know, because he decided, I don't care. He was watching our stream, yeah, because he broke 2 minutes later that we've confirmed the deal, basically hijacked Leon from Malacia. I'm like, bro, I said, I would have stayed on for another half an hour and ran the tags. I would have changed the whole studio tags at the back end of all of it. And then boom. It's like,
it's mad. It mad, just shows like, it shows what it reminds me of. Like this one, even with Chelsea today. Big up Claudio every single time. I know that you're loving it with Chelsea and Raphinha. I think what I like about transfers like this, yeah, even us, like I was on the show like on Trafford Tunnel and you put it in that Raphinha. It reminds me of the Fabinho deal to Liverpool. No, like obviously you get, they might be interested, whatever. No links, no bid's been made, and all of a sudden Chelsea agree 60 million deal with like it's not about no ifs, no buts. It's just bang, it's in your face. Someone's just come out of a haymaker.
You can't let them get away with all of that. It might be 65. It might be 65.
It might be 65, but it's the fact they've just done the thing. They've actually gone out there.
I don't know. I don't think it got done today though, Ty. I don't believe. Like, no, because they were already linked with Raphinha, what, last week and a half ago? I think we've done a transfer show. I think it was on a Sunday maybe, or even before that. Like they have been linked. I reckon they've been just biding their time, or maybe Raphinha's been biding their time and all that kind of stuff. So it's just like, I feel like they've just had enough of Arsenal thinking they're big boys at the time. I've said, nah, bun this. We're going to put in an offer. Put an offer they can't refuse, rightfully so, because Arsenal asked for 35 million for him, right? And they said, nah, bun that. Let's just do it. So let's not even get into a bidding war. And they said, boom, 60 million. It'll be fun to see if actually Arsenal also put down the same one and says, you know what? Let's go to show. But Chelsea got Champions League football and they've got Tuchel, like, and you're at the blue side of London where it's typically more successful. So I know where I'm going.
If you think about it, so obviously Chelsea were linked last week, which you're right about. Do you think Chelsea have had discussions with Deco, because that's his agent, obviously. Chelsea have had conversations with Deco, and then in regards to Raphinha, they've only made a bid for Raphinha because they are confident they're going to get him. Let's be real, like 60 million, 65 million is not peanuts. If Chelsea were interested a week ago, and then they got told by Deco, like, you know what, he is going Arsenal, I think that's going to be agreed. They won't even make a bid. I feel like Chelsea know that they can get him because that's why they've made that offer a week later.
I've got reservations about all of it. It's a new word for me, reservations, because it's all we can say now with transfer rumors. Anyone in the comments, get your thoughts in. I'm going to go through them all after I spoke with Ty a little sec on this, on our thoughts about Raphinha and everything, Deco and the rest of it. So get all your stuff in and I'll go through it and I'll quickly scroll up as well because a lot of them are coming through. So make sure you're liking
star
this.
We can star it now so we don't forget.
Yeah, make sure you're liking this video on 21 likes. We're nearly on likes to watchers, so appreciate that big time. Make sure you subscribe. We're gonna try to do a little bit more breaking news. I was just seeing how it goes. It went well earlier, so it might go well today. It's clearly doing all right, considering Love Island's on in a minute, and I hate Love Island. Yeah, so considering that is, you're actually giving me some good feeling right now that there's actually quite a few of you in here. But so my reservation is like, it's not just Deco, right? You got to remember, the captain of Brazil is in that team, Thiago Silva. You think my man wasn't on the blower to Raphinha saying, get your ass here in the nicest way possible? I think that's a big factor. I think the only thing that Arsenal had a chance to pull with Raphinha is that they're getting Jesus and they have Martinelli, a couple Brazilian boys already. But if your captain's going to be onto you, the national team captain's going to be onto you about where you're going to be and where you want to be in life, and what we can offer, I think it's a no-brainer for me as well. I'll be very tempted by Chelsea. And for me right now, I would say Chelsea is the better club to go to, but I think Arsenal might be more exciting if I'm being
Do you know what? I agree with you, Cass. Do you know what? Especially when you just said there, Chelsea are the better club to go to. A lot of people would look back in the day and say, or maybe you want to go Arsenal in terms of you might get more game time here. But if you look at Arsenal's team statistically, you've got Martinelli and Smith Rowe potentially on the left. You've then got Saka and Jesus who can both play on the right. And then you've got obviously Jesus and Nketiah down the middle. So you've kind of got two positions in each year. For me, if you look at Chelsea, obviously you've got Pulisic, you've got Werner, you've got Mount, you've got Havertz, you've got Ziyech. We know that with Mount, he's more central, but the others, they haven't, like me and you watch Chelsea enough. Like, we know that they have some good games, but they also have some bad games. And injuries is one thing that always messes up Chelsea. Raphinha, for me, goes to Chelsea, and he's a guaranteed starter every week. He might not start sometimes because Saka might be on the right or Martinelli might be on the left.
That's the way I was looking at it.
He actually goes there, and I actually think, wow, like you're going to Chelsea, you're starting every game.
Yeah, he's going to go every game. Also, with the rumors of Ziyech going to AC Milan as well, I'm not too sure how much that is going to be, but I've got a feeling that's what it's gonna end up as. But I'm gonna go through a lot of the comments as well.
Big up Ray, man. He's from my ends as well. I know he's locked in Chelsea. So
I'm gonna go all the way back up to Declared. I think I can't remember. I met him on Lewis's show the other day, but Claudio's his mood right now. Obviously, big up Claudio, Ty's best friend. Just for being friends. Look at his smile, man. We're all right. Big up Tyrell and Cass in the chat. Arsenal got baited. I'm gonna keep going down. Raphinha gonna smoke at right wing back. I don't know if that's is that
you're not doing. They're not doing that. They're not doing that.
Is that dig? Yeah, Chelsea. They need to sort of. Yeah, but the thing is, we got a couple things to talk about. We've got Neymar, who I don't know. Thiago Silva's also spoken on Neymar recently today, and also Nathan Ake. There's the whole persona around Nathan Ake, and apparently Tuchel's a big fan of him, which makes me think that they're gonna still employ the 3-back system and not a 4, but he can be utilized, of course. Yeah, so if anything, Tuchel likes to have his utility players at the end of the day. So Dave is saying Sterling, Havertz, Raphinha. That looks like it's going to be the thing. Obviously, Sterling's heating up. I think that deal's going to get wrapped up in the next couple of weeks. I don't think it's
so do I.
I don't think it's going to take that long. Just because apparently Sterling don't even have an agent.
I didn't think he had an agent. I thought he's starting to do it himself. Like he's got he basically got his own company and someone manages him within his own company.
Yeah, it's probably going to be that case. Maybe that's a future Sterling.
I think De Bruyne started it. De Bruyne negotiated his own contract. How mad's that?
This is what was getting us told a Big Six Bands as well. It'd be funny if there was a late hijack as well for Martinez from Man United. I feel like Martinez is actually probably waiting for Man United bid possibly if we don't get Timber. I'd rather Timber though.
I think they've said already like Man United are going to wait a couple days or something. It'll be so perfect. I said it with Statman earlier, the Friday feeling that Arsenal were like, okay, we've lost that Raphinha. Okay, we'll increase our bid for Martinez to 50. But Man United come in. You're definitely going where your manager was last year. 100% you're coming to Manchester United. What can Arsenal offer him that we can't? I'm sorry, they can't.
Yeah. Ray Gem obviously says, Set Trend says, we're leading before sanctions. Looked at him before his moves to Leeds as well. So maybe it's I don't know. But Deco, ex-Barca and Chelsea, maybe they were looking at him scouting him. A lot of the time, it's a quick deal at the end of the day. We might get the Ligt with Werner and Kashi. I see that a 33 million bid and Werner was turned down. So maybe they want a little bit more money for the Ligt. Dembele needs to pay his hospital bills. He's been doing all right this season. Put some respect on that, man. And then I'm going to keep going down because there's loads and loads and loads. I think we only got about 20 minutes as well. Big up Ravi's here. Love Island time for Daps. Yeah. So if you want to,
don't worry, guys. We know. Yeah, if you're locked in right now, please hit the like and subscribe. You guys are loyal. There's 30 of you still here. Don't worry. We're gonna let you watch half an hour of Love Island. Don't worry.
This is a mad one as well. Sterling Raphinha
let's
will
touch
be
on this.
very dangerous.
Before we go into the other topics, I think it's perfect. We're talking on Raphinha. I think this is a good way to start because even Dave said it, and I think when you look at Chelsea and what they need in terms of the budget as well, I think it's clear that, yes, we know they need a number 8 midfielder. I think that's one definitely. They need 2 wingers and they need at least 2 defenders, you could say. That's 5 players. If the budget is 200 million, like they're saying, that's roughly about 40 million on a player. They're going to pay 60 million for Raphinha, could save 60 million, and 50 million for Sterling. That's 110 million before they're making sales. Now, for me, I think that's perfect signings. You got one who's 25, one who's 27, one who can play left, play right. Actually, no, Cass.
Raphinha can play both.
They can play both. Yeah, they can play both. So for me, if that's what they're going to do in the summer, as a rival fan, I think that's very good business in terms of Sterling and Raphinha. You've got one player who's sort of arrived late. Yes, upgrade. You've got Raphinha who's flary, he's trickier. Like, I do think him and Sterling are different type of wingers. Do you know what I mean? And that's
very different to what Man United might have. Very different. Yeah. Because if we're going to talk about Man United, we're going to have ball to feet wingers. They're going to have in behind wingers. So it's interesting to see what systems come about. I'd say. Also, on that note, what you saying there, yeah, man, it's like it's looking dangerous, bro. It does. I'm gonna for any Chelsea fans in here as well. Whether you like him or not, it makes me wonder if Chelsea really need a centre mid. Because I'll say this name and I like him a lot. I rate him a lot as it goes, but I don't rate him as a 10. He's number 8.
You gotta say Gallagher, isn't it?
I'm gonna say Mason Mount.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Mason Mount, even next to Kovacic or somebody like that. I reckon they can both play box to box roles, go deep, go forward. I feel like they both got the.
Do you think they have like the defensive cover for the back 4?
I think so. Anyone knows Mason Mount's work rate is fantastic. What's the point of the whole back 4 screen if you're going to play a back 3? I feel like Kovacic can definitely take it, but I get what you mean. You want someone that's probably more naturally defensive, but then again, they play with Jorginho. They play with Jorginho for most of the season, dictating the game. I feel like both of them will be like all game long. It's a bit like a Liverpool system, just annoying, bro. Just stop being annoying.
I get it. They're like fly around shit. They're always going to be energetic. But you know what? Trust me, you know the ones. But I think what it is, if they're going to do that, you know when they play, is it Liverpool? When they play Liverpool, they always play Kovacic and Kante because they got the energy, like you're saying. So Mount,
I feel like Kante's gone. Kante might go as well.
And Kante could potentially go it's last year. But I think like with Chelsea, if they're going to do that, they'll do it for certain fixtures. But I still feel like if they are going to improve, I still feel like in terms of the whole season, what Chelsea would need is still a defensive midfielder, someone that can come in there and still break up play and be competitive. Even if they got, you know how you talk about Sangari to Manchester United? Even if Chelsea went and got him for 30 million, it would make sense.
No, but they're linked with somebody else. And I saw it the other day and it's still linked to him. And I know you know the player. No, he's a box-to-box midfield, but he's perfect. Like for what Chelsea want, he screams Chelsea. It's used to, if Roman was there, it would scream the Russian vibes of it all. But my man's just where is he? This one right here, Face City, he's just saying Chelsea to offer 60 million for Savage from Lazio. Now this is what screams.
You need him alongside the DM though. He's not a DM. He'll leave so much space.
But we're talking about We're talking about with Jorginho. Yeah, this is interesting. Who was it?
Are you saying that they're gonna keep? Are you saying with Jorginho? Yeah.
No, Jorginho. Apparently, Jorginho might be going to Juventus.
Okay,
I can see Italian and everything.
Okay, but just so I know what you're saying.
So I feel like he's gone. Jorginho. What I was going to say on him is that he just used to do the covering work, and they knew if he came forward, I don't need to worry about that. Where Kovacic was the guy that was doing pretty much all the role, but his Kante as well all the role. But imagine you add 2 doing that, 2 box to boxes. Savage can do defensive work. He's not a DM a long DM, but if you're going to provide energy next to someone. But Thiago Silva that can step in and do stuff, then that's dangerous options to have around the squad. You can have a Kante that can come on and fish up work. You got a Savage who can be a bully. Also, you got Kovacic who you can't actually get the ball off, and Mason Mount, he's another workhorse. If you told me Declan Rice is perfect for this, I don't think Declan Rice will be able to manage this Chelsea team whatsoever.
Well, if you're so if you're looking at midfielders, you got Milinkovic, Savage potentially. Just imagine he was here, and then you got Kante, you got Kovacic, and you got Mount. In terms of Chelsea needing centre backs, they might not even get 3 centre backs. They might not even get 2 centre backs in. Let's say that. Do you think Tuchel, for the best of Chelsea, if he was to get Savic in, would be better switching to a back four and then going 4-3-3? Then you could have Kante, Kovacic, and Milinkovic Savic. Then at least you've got someone like Kante, who, yes, I know people like him up and down, but he could naturally sit. And then you got Kovacic and Milinkovic, who can just, up and down energy.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Imagine that. Actually, there you go. Kante, Savic, Kovacic, and then you got Sterling, Raphinha, and then whoever you want to be as your gunman, Havertz.
But then where does Mount fit into all of that?
He could play one in the 8th. Kovacic don't play every game.
8, 10, yeah, 8, 10, anything like along those sides.
That could be the switch Chelsea needs,
Because why I say when I think of Chelsea, I think of a free back. When I think of a Tuchel system, I think of a free back. He's done it for I don't know how long now. So I don't feel like he's going to be switching anytime soon. Depending on what centre back. If he gets one centre back four. If he gets two centre backs, it's a back three. Maybe he's looking to change things up a little bit. But
because
the reason why I say
go on, Karen. Sorry, go on, Karen.
The thing is as well, like Kante's not a sitting player either. You got to remember this. He's just
Dave just said that, but his legs are getting older. I don't think he can keep doing the up and down thing. People change their game as they get older.
I think he's an athlete. I reckon he can still do it, but injuries ain't helped him. So you're right on that side. Also, when I say why I don't think Declan Rice is the perfect player, because Declan Rice is too busy playing the pivot, and there's nobody in front of him
to pick up that ball. DM either, man. People don't understand. He's good when he's stretching his legs. He's not a natural holder either. Chelsea could have gone out there and tried getting Calvin Phillips to be there for 45 million as well, but they didn't.
I thought that would have been a very good deal for them. I think that would be perfect. Probably actually the better career move for Calvin Phillips, but Calvin Phillips is guaranteed trophies at Guardiola. He's gonna see. You're gonna see it elevated to his game. You're gonna see him come on and probably do what Rodri does, and maybe sometimes in the 8 if he's really needed. But whole price is Gallagher not staying next season. To my knowledge, I think he gets loaned out again. I can't see it.
I think he stays just because Chelsea is struggling with depth. You even got people like Loftus-Cheek still there, Cass, and he's just up and down like a yo-yo anyway.
But where does Gallagher fit? You think of your front three. You got, let's say you do get Sterling, Raphinha. You still got a Pulisic. You still got a Ziyech. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, he's gone.
It's the madness of games. I think even United, look at the fixtures of Biz. We've got like 8 or 9 games in October. Like injury, we don't even take into account injuries. Then you got Champions League, Carabao Cup, and then I think there's room for him in terms of, because he's young and English. It kind of like, me and you hate this sort of thing, that Brexit sort of talk, but because he is young English, he's been at Crystal Palace. It's kind of like Tuchel will be more pressured into keeping him because the fans will be like, Gallagher.
Yeah, you know what? But I think Davey just said it correctly right there as well. I forgot about it. If Werner goes and Ziyech goes, I see Conor Gallagher coming in as a utility player. Another guy that could probably play 8 in the worst case scenario. True. He will be playing on one of the left or right flanks as a different sort of option to Raphinha, who's a 1v1. Sterling, who's a 1. I don't know. Sterling's kind of reminds me of the perfect kind of wing. He can do the short, he can do the in behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a very ideal winger. Somebody I would have had at Man United if we ever had the chance. I think it would be perfect.
Yeah, even when Bain said it, man, I know. I was like, oh, do you know what? I hear it.
Even Liverpool fans, certain Liverpool fans said they would have him back at Liverpool. So big up credit to Mons. So I can see it. Gallagher, Chelsea fans are very prideful. The English thing. So
they love an academy player coming through.
So they adore the Cobham man. So
do you know what? Funny you say that. What about do you know much about? Because they've got the Huddersfield guys come back. They got Levi Colville, who's a centre back, and even like. He's a mixed race centre back. He played for Huddersfield, lost in the playoffs.
I think he's got a big future ahead of him. Like, he's going to do the same thing.
If you're in the comments, Dave, what do you think about him? Do you want to see Levi Colville stay? Because a lot of people thinking that he could be one of the ones that Tuchel used at pre-season, and they're like, oh, okay.
Maybe, potentially. But then that means they're going to get, if they get Ake and a Colville, then they're not going to need to get Ligt anymore.
Ake, Colville, and then.
So if they get, I feel like you get Colville, you should be replacing. It's a free transfer basically. Chelsea on a rebuild right now because whether they like it or not, they're on a rebuild. It's been coming anyways, and also I think they're getting a new right wing back as well, like a backup. But I'm not too sure what his name is. So we're talking about Colville, right? Don't need to get Nathan Ake. What's the point? You get the Ligt. He's a replacement for Rudiger. It's a like for me personally. So. You get more Cobham man than you got Mount, you got a Gallagher, you already got Chalobah in there, you add a Colville in there. That's 4 man. And Reece James, that's 5 man already.
Yeah, there you got Reece James as well.
If you're gonna tell me what's a perfect scenario of a club that's who we used to slate on loanees, slate them about for loaning them always out. then that's your perfect scenario right there.
I agree with you. Honestly, I think the only reason they might potentially get Ake, do you know what? It's a bit like United with Martinez, or maybe even Arsenal, just because they're left foot. Because you know you've got that option as a left-footed centre back, and especially in the back three or back four. Pep's the same. Klopp even likes it, even though he doesn't do it all the time. But he has Van Dijk because he's comfortable. But they like a left-footed centre back. Because even like Ten Hag, me and you have watched Maguire play on the left side for ages, and he just plays there because he's the most comfortable. But me and you know, we definitely. I'll snap Martinez off for 45 million in a heartbeat. So yeah, do you know what? It's so interesting, because I think me and you was even saying it last week when we was on the show together. This window of opportunity, like, so many teams are kind of in that little rebuild stage at the moment. Like, us talking about Chelsea and Raphinha, like, it feels like everyone's getting gas on that deal because it does improve them a lot. It's like if Chelsea had the squad they had 5-6 years ago, they had them big boy players and stuff. Like when Hazard was there and Willian, you'd be like, oh, Raphinha, okay, that's a good sign. Then they got depth. But because you know they need it, you're like, fuck, do you know what? That makes a big difference. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. What do you think then? So say obviously Neymar. We're going to the Neymar thing, yeah.
I'm about to say that as well.
Yeah,
that scares me. That scares me.
Do you see them getting Raphinha, Neymar, and Sterling? Then I think it'll be one or the other. I don't think he comes.
Do you stick with Neymar up front, maybe?
False nine. What, just dropping in and that?
Well, I'm not being funny. If they give Neymar, I heard he's not even going for a mega money. His contract will be, but who else will come in for him if they do want to sell him? He already had affiliations with Chelsea back in the day, so
should have won the Champions League with Tuchel as well.
Yeah, I just feel like I'll be scared if they got Neymar and I see rumors linking up with Neymar more and more, regardless of the Sterling and regardless of the Raphinha thing. I'd be seriously scared. Do I see the transfer happening though? No, I don't. I don't know why. I just see someone like Real Madrid potentially getting him. I don't know what it is about it, but I just see them forking out some sort of money.
Oh, do you know what? He'd be him and Vinicius. Oh my days, and Benzema. That would be the ultimate. Like that would be sick for Flair, man. 100.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Neymar. I think obviously, I get that he moved to PSG and he sacked himself down. But in terms of natural ability, top 3 players in the world. I just think at 30 years of age, like how much does he want it? And I think with Chelsea in that position of a rebuild, I think is the wrong mentality. It's like Man United. Cass, me and you would bite our hand off for Neymar. But in terms of what like Ten Hag's doing, and all that, people would be like, oh, is he the right person to be bringing? Just because obviously what we're going through. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, man.
No, with Neymar, he already knows Tuchel as well, so it's mad. So it kind of the links are there. The links are there, and obviously Thiago Silva was saying about they will openly welcome something like Neymar along those lines. Like obviously they kind of want him out. Maybe they're trying to change the whole factor, the power status of
new
PSG.
Manager coming in as well.
Maybe even I've even seen, what was it? I think it was Mbappe not liking Neymar either. He wants to be the star. He wants to be the guy. Not 2 stars. It's no room for 2. So
it's
mad,
I
can't see it
happening. Like that happen, it's mad, isn't it? Like you think it's a team game. You man can win together, win bare trophies, but no, you want to be the main star. Like
I don't say he won't snake Barca either. I see that comment, yeah. So he would snake Barcelona 100%. He won't care. He already snaked them to go PSG. Why man give a crap? If Real Madrid was actually his lifelong dream, was it not? So I can already see that kind of thing, that full factor. Real Madrid fans will take to him. They need that. I don't know, man. A Vava Boom, you know what I'm saying? That little bit of a Joga Benito going on.
Boom, Do you know what?
Remember that?
With Chelsea, I love that. With Chelsea, what would you, if you was a Chelsea fan and you got Raphinha and Sterling, and I'm going to put them there because I feel that they're the 2 that will get done. I think if they don't, it'll be quite disappointing. So you get Raphinha and Sterling. What else do they need, and what players would it be to make it a good window for them? What do you think? So say Sterling and Raphinha arrive, and then what else would you add to that to say, right, Chelsea have had a good window come the first day of the season?
A good window for Chelsea. Well, a like on this video will be 1. Thank you very much, guys.
That's a bar.
Other than left wing and right wing, 100%. I don't think they need a striker. I feel like they got Broja in the ranks, another Cobber man. So
shit. There you go. Yeah, I forgot about him.
So I feel like he can come back and offer as a second option. 2, who else is there? Potentially a centre mid in the ranks. Potentially, I don't think it's the position that they might need. If they get Jorginho out, then yes, get another centre mid. Milinkovic-Savic, it would fit in perfect in my eyes. I'm thinking of a 3-back situation, not a 4-back either. I feel like I don't know. A Rudiger is a big statement to come out of, and obviously of the squad. A Ligt, I don't know if he fits in. I don't know if I would rate him too much in the back 3. I would have thought a Koundé would have suited them more. and then Colwill. But would that mean it's a bit of a weaker defense? I feel like Chelsea need a statement signing as well on top of the Sterling. They were like, don't forget about us. The Ligt would be that perfect guy. Maybe he replaces Thiago Silva. Maybe he goes next year. So maybe like a Thiago Silva and a Colwill would be the ideal situation, because it's a common man, come in the ranks a little bit. Chalobah's a bit seasoned now, so yeah, man, I would say so. Centre. So we're gonna go centre back, centre mid,
and then you say a centre back and a centre mid at least, and then keeping Colwill maybe,
and a backup right wing back, which apparently they do need, because apparently Emerson's staying.
Guy from Lons or something. Like
that's it. That's the one, Klaus. So yeah, I feel like they need about 6 signings.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think I'll go with two. I'll go with 2 defenders, like you said. One of them a centre back, a midfielder, and then 2 wingers. So yeah, Raphinha, Sterling, a midfielder definitely. That's 3, and so they need 5 signings in total. And I think even if they got Ake and then another centre back, I feel like because Ake can play the left back role and the centre back role as a left footed, then they got a marquee centre back. I agree with you. Like I feel like Ake's quite lightweight. He doesn't come in and lead the defense. Do you know what? It's mad, yeah. Laugh if you want to laugh here. Do you know who I'd go for if I was Chelsea and just say, do you know what? I'm going to offer 60 million.
Huh? 60 million? Who? Nathan Ake?
I'd go Marquinhos, bruv.
Marquinhos? You reckon he'd be tempted?
I reckon like he's a captain at PSG. I reckon if he doesn't lead this year, which I don't think he will, of course, I reckon he's one of them ones that like in a year's time, if PSG don't do nothing in the Champions League, he might be like, you know what? I want to change the scene. I think in 12 months' time, he's one of them ones that, like, for me, if he's been at PSG and still not won the Champions League and he's in his peak years, like, go and try something different. If he comes to the Prem, I personally...
What? David don't rate Marquinhos? Are you mad? This guy balled out under Tuchel at PSG as well. You know, like he made. I feel like he made that.
Marquinhos.
I wanna know what I wanna talk to a few guys in the comments as well. Yeah, I've seen a lot of what Davey's saying, but anyone that's in here, make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing, especially if you're a Chelsea fan. Would love to get some more of you Chelsea fans in. We'd love to get more of you Chelsea fans in. We got a show tomorrow called a call-in show to get your opinion. So big up you. I think there's about 62 man in here, so appreciate you guys. But what I want to know from the guys in the comments as well, this is strictly a Chelsea thing. I just want to know who you guys would like. If you was the manager of Chelsea, who would you bring in? What positions are the most vital to Chelsea? And you have to pick 5. And when I mean 5 positions, I don't mean a centre back. I'm talking about a left centre back, a centre back, a centre mid, particular positions. I want to know them type.
If it's a DM or a proper CM like box to box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Gaetano's the first one in here. Chelsea have spent 65 million on Raphinha and offers only 40 million on Werner for De Ligt. They must give 120 in De Ligt. But to be fair, I feel like that's the thing. Gaetano's a Juventus fan, so he's the best type of person to get any sort of insight from how he club's moves. And he's saying, are you saying Werner
not 120 million for De Ligt? I'm sorry, no.
No, but he's saying they're saying Werner millions, so De Ligt and 40 million, but they want maybe 50 million in Werner. Do you think that's even a good deal? I think 50 million might be too much. And plus Werner, that's a whole player right there. And I think he does well.
How much is Werner worth to you, Cass? 35, 40 million?
I would say in his current market, 35 million. But in a stretch of Chelsea negotiation tactics, how well they usually do with all their transfers in terms of selling, I would say they can stretch out to they can make it about 40 million.
Yeah. I think if they offered 40, do you know what? 50 million plus Werner max. Because I feel like Werner could do a lot in Italy, and I feel like 50 million is still a good price for De Ligt. And I know he's young, and I still know he's got the best ahead of him. But you got to look at like what he's done. How
old is De Ligt? He's got to be. He's got to be
like 23, right?
Oh, he's 22. He's 23 this summer.
Yeah, he's young. Like his best years are ahead of him. He comes in, he starts at Chelsea. He's got leadership qualities. He was a captain at Ajax at 19 years of age. Like,
oh my God, I just checked as well. He's got 2 years left on his contract. That's not 120 million right there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Gaetano,
I'm sorry about that.
You might know about your club and that. I'm sorry, 120 million for De Ligt can't run. Like, you're talking the best centre back in the world if you're paying 120 million in today's market. Because
that's a Van Dijk. That's a Van Dijk mark right there, man. Do you get what I mean?
That's a Van Dijk. Do you know what I mean? I don't even know what Ruben Diaz would go for. To be fair, I'm not saying he's one of the best in the world, but in terms of what he is for
young,
City,
young enough to go for something like that. If I was, he'd be like 40, bro.
He'd be like 70 million. I think they got him for 60 million, didn't they, Diaz?
Yeah, something around that figure. Bro. So I'm thinking, if you're gonna, how much would you guys pay for De Ligt as well? Like, what do you feel like a good offer? 2 years left on his contract.
22 years of age.
22 years of age. So that's a massive factor.
I think it does help that he plays for Netherlands and he has been captain at Ajax. I feel like in terms of what Chelsea want, and like even Dave, I understand why Dave don't want him, but it saved like Tuchel's like, well, Thiago Silva, what you said, Cass is bang on, 37, probably got 1 year left. A bit like Ronaldo. Thiago Silva's our Ronaldo, just at the other end of the pitch. They both got 1 year left in them, and then they're going to move on.
I big up to the mods, by the way. That dickhead troll, they got rid of it quick. But carry on, sorry. Appreciate you.
You've got Thiago Silva and Ronaldo, both ends of the spectrum. You know that Man United are going to be in for a forward next year, and then you know that Chelsea are going to be in for a proper centre back next year. If they get Ligt, I'm not saying he's oh my God, he's going to be the God-saving grace. But if you give him a year next to Thiago Silva, learning in the Premier League, and he's got the leadership qualities, you could look back at, say, right, 50 million plus Werner. You're laughing because Ligt could be there for 5 years. Cass, that's nothing. You know that's
not even 5 years, longer than 5 years, bro.
Longer. We've paid 80 million for Maguire, who's lasted 2 years and should be gone right now. But no, we're stuck with him for another 2 years. So I think even maybe 3. I don't know how long, he's got on his contract, but that just shows, you know, it's even making me cough. But it just shows that if you're smart with the market, you can do very well. And Chelsea seem to do all right in that market. What's Dave said there? In that question, 921, he put up positions actually.
921. Yeah, I was going to go through a couple of them after you finished the point. If you have guys want 50 likes, 50 likes in there, 72 of you in there. Let's get that like ratio up.
Make sure you
a bit of housekeeping.
And 0.5 seconds. Well, with it, 10 past 10, Daps and Aaron are live with a Manchester Derby show. And if you want your Manchester United content, Trafford Tunnel, subscribe down below, links there, and feed the goat for Man City as well. And obviously you can follow us here, and we're on the way to 4K.
Yeah. Big up that, man. Everything links are below. And we've got a Discord chat if anyone's interested.
Yeah.
So I'm going to quickly go down. So before him, Jared says, so we'll talk about the importance of what Chelsea positions are needed this summer. He says Sterling left forward, inverted forward, Havertz on a false 9.
That's not signing.
He's only talking about signing. Oh, my bad. I looked at that wrong. He's saying this. He's talking about one upgrade of that Chelsea line will be. My bad.
Yeah. And that's still cool though. He says, okay.
Oh, apparently according to FaZe City, transfer requested, and he hates Allegri.
Wouldn't even surprise me.
I wouldn't be surprised with Allegri. I'm so glad we dodged that bullet with that manager. Rice, so here's one. Dave, as he says, Rice for the DM, Ligt for the left centre back, Koundé for the right centre back. Oof, that's a lot of money going out there. That's over 200 million spent already, bro.
Okay, so they're going. That's five.
Klaus right wing back, Sosa. Bernard Sosa left wing back.
Okay, Bernard Sosa. Yeah.
But they're also, I saw them. Chelsea was linked up at not the other German left back. What's his name?
Oh my days.
David Raum.
Yeah, Raum. Yeah.
It looks like we're not going in for him anymore.
Do you know what? I kind of hear that shout, by the way, with the left wing back. Big up. Who was that? Dave that said that.
Yeah, about Bernard Sosa. Yeah, he's a quality left wing back.
I like that, man, because obviously with the left wing back situation you play at the moment, obviously with Chilwell coming back from an injury, which takes time. Alonso, I'm not gonna lie, we all know what he's like. I think he could really suit the Prem. You know, some Germans either don't or some do, man. And look, Ballack, when he came to Chelsea, done his thing. I feel like Chelsea could get a right German. Obviously, Werner hasn't. Havertz is settled now. So yeah, that's a clever one.
Schweinsteiger never. He passed his time, unfortunately.
Oh my God.
Couldn't even run.
Do that,
so we're talking about the Werner price. How much would you lot pay for Werner? Like how much is his value? Mojis says 57 million. Davey saying 60 millions. Jared saying 50 million euros. He needs to prove himself still. So that's a couple of them. Cole Fries says we need to get rid of her. And Cole Fries, Chelsea should bring some players from the youth academy, bit dead, spending 100 M's every window when you don't need to. That's the way I look at it with Man United as well. I don't blame them. You got Gallagher, like we said, Gallagher, Brozier, Cole. That's 3 players there off the bat. Pulls up your positions.
Do you know what? It's mad because it's like bringing in the youth with having that experience there. I feel like Chelsea don't have enough experienced heads there at the moment to bring bare youth through. Does that make sense? Like, I get it. You don't have to have loads of experience because then it's like, where are they going to play? I think you can bring a couple through, but then if they had buried them, me and you, Cass, will be going to we'll be going to Stamford Bridge, and we'll be like, we can win at Chelsea. Like, when do you ever feel like we can win at Chelsea? You know them ones. I
can't lie. With Man United right now, currently, I don't see nothing. But last time I felt like we could have won at Chelsea was, I still remember that Rashford free kick.
I think we won that game. That's Carabao Cup.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I think Tuchel, I made this statement as well. I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Tuchel go under fire next season with the new owners. So I don't know if they're going to be patient. I feel like they want maybe their own ideas of what kind of football they want and everything to go along with it. I'm sure they have meetings about it. So that's a big statement right there.
Can I throw a name out there that I think so you will remember it?
Go on.
If Tuchel goes, Maurizio Pochettino.
Do you reckon? No, that would be a buy in the arse, isn't it?
Listen, doesn't matter about Spurs. Good with youth, can play attractive football, can get them back to the top in terms of getting the right players in. Good mentality. I'll be honest with you. If you look at it, he doesn't go Italy, yeah. Because if he's the type that could, I said potentially Juventus if Allegri went. If he come back to the Prem, I feel like Chelsea could be a perfect type of club for him. Dave says no, we don't want him. But honestly, in terms of styles in it, and they love the youth,
You got double A.
It could be like who? Okay, dude, let me ask you. If I say Poch, who else do you think's out there that you could say? Like, I think that's a great shout.
There's one man who I feel would. He don't play a great style of football, but right now the Prem is very attractive, and if things don't go well, I can see him walk in. Like, and even though he's loved and adored there, I think he'd be tempted. And I feel like being a total dickhead club like Chelsea, in my opinion, they've got that being a dickhead type of like team to other players.
I'm thinking Simeone. I'm thinking who you're gonna say, you know.
Simeone just gives me perfect fit vibes for Chelsea,
you know
man.
What? Oh my god, I hear it. That ugly, gritty football. Oh
yeah, I can just see it. I can just see it, and I can see Chelsea.
Small stadium,
think about it.
Ground. Oh,
think about it. It's perfect. The pressing system, everything. I just feel like, look,
up
Simeone's got that
touchline, being a maniac.
Yeah, and Chelsea fans will take to him. Chelsea fans will take to him big time, man. Because you got to think of passion merchants.
Man said, I don't want to see defensive football no more. Oh, I don't personally like Simeone. Do you know, Cass, would you take him at United?
No. I can't. We've had Mourinho recently. I can't take more. I can't take a drastic change of football, man.
Do it, bro.
Isn't interesting. He said he'd take Graham Potter, but does he deserve the next step?
I think Leicester City would be a perfect step after Brendan Rodgers for him.
I think so as well. More budget, everything. And Brendan Rodgers will get sacked. I'll name it right here. He's getting sacked next season. If I was a betting man, which I don't bet, I'd put some money on him to get sacked. Okay. Yeah, I think he's done, man. He's been lucky to not get sacked last season.
Are you not shocked, by the way? I know we're obviously doing a Chelsea pod. I'm surprised Leicester haven't signed no one because normally they're buying man early. This summer, this is the quietest summer I've seen for years.
I feel like they blew a lot of their budget last summer, man. I feel like they went beyond and said, look, we're in this competition, that competition. I feel like we need to recruit, and I just don't think the recruitments might not worked out. Obviously, one of them being dead. That's what I was gonna say. Samari doesn't look like he's fit the bill. Vardy's off the board. They need another striker. Iheanacho is the one that's actually keeping him alive at the moment.
You think Daka might have a good second season?
Yeah, I reckon he adapts a little bit better. Obviously, they got my man. They got a couple man from their ranks who've done very well. Can they take him to the next level? I don't think so. I think Conte will not renew at Spurs and Poch will be back at Spurs. That's I double-edged sword with Conte. It can happen, man. If things don't go well, he'll leave. And
you know,
he ain't leaving Madrid.
Some Spurs fans say they wouldn't want him back. I know that there's some that do as well. So
all fan bases are torn. They're always torn. They always will be torn. That's the difference in everything. But yeah, man. Other than Chelsea, I'm gonna ask you quickly because I had a massive debate about this with Man City fans as well because we didn't touch up on Ake a little bit, and I'm just thinking if anyone's here in the comments as well, let me know how much you think Ake's worth.
Yeah, good question. I talk about this at work, you know, Cass.
Because this is getting me hot right now. They're telling me 50, 60 million. I'm like, where are you getting 50, 60 million? Yeah, we pay 40 million from him. I'm like, so you didn't get the value out of him? It don't matter.
Fact. What are you saying? I want to hear.
I said 30 million.
Okay, cool. I said 35.
Yeah, I said 30 to 35 million. Yeah, and I said between that range is fair enough. This is a guy that has 24 league appearances in 2 years. How is he not? How is he going to be worth more than anything more than
facts?
35 million in my eyes, man.
If I saw a deal 35 million plus 5 million add-ons, I'll be like, cool, I accept it. But you got to look at Ake, man. He hasn't really settled down in Man City. He's been a utility man. Like people talk about he's young, you know Ake's 27, I think, nearly now. Like
I remember when he first come through the route. I remember when he first come through Chelsea after he come from Feyenoord's academy. By the way, before you start keeping me, they keep telling me homegrown. Like, bro, he had one season in academy for Chelsea, then he got his thing.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And then he's at Chelsea. Then they're gonna re-sign him. I'll be honest with you, like he doesn't put fear into other teams and makes us think, oh, do you know what, they've got Nathan Ake. Max 40 million. Like what? I don't get why a lot of people base their transfer of other people, but at the end of the day, you've got to take that player, that team into context and how important he is. Like, look, how important is he to Man City? What, the 5th choice centre back? Like,
I don't know. You can play at left back as well, obviously. So, but he says we don't.
Yeah.
Big T saying they don't have to sell, but I feel like if the player expresses his desire to leave, I don't think Pep Guardiola will stand in his way to go to another team. I don't see it happening. I feel like you just go get somebody else, someone maybe from the academy or something like that. You got a lot of young players in that academy for Man City that are really good.
Cass, I'm sorry. The bottom comment, I just can't. Am I reading that right?
McLovin says he starts over the Ligt. 40 million is the fee.
What? Ake does not start over the Ligt. McLovin, big up for watching. Make sure you are
liking. Think of it like this. Think of a transfer policy like this. You get the Ligt and Ake. That's a Dutch pairing.
Yeah, he's starting both, but
chemistry.
He definitely does not start over the Ligt. No chance in hell.
Yeah, if Ake had a short back and sides, he'd be at Bournemouth still.
I can't drive, you know. Yeah. He definitely gets a skin fade.
That's another thing as well. Ake as well, like no disrespect to you, Big T, who supports Man City. He's gonna think about the World Cup and how he's gonna get into the World Cup, and he needs game time, and he's not gonna get that at Man City whatsoever. He's gonna be, he'll probably get about 6 caps at most, up to the lead of November, if that maybe. It's true. That's why I say his value's got to be around 30 to 35 million on transfer market. Go on.
Yeah, you can't. No, you can't. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say on transfer market, it values him at 23 million. But obviously, it's not correct figures.
Max is fair, man. Do you know what? I just want to hear, like, in terms of Ake going back to Chelsea. If people are watching you, Chelsea fans like Dave and so on and so forth. Are you actually? How do you feel? Yeah, because I haven't really asked Chelsea fans. Like, a lot of them are saying, "Yeah, I'll pay this or I'll pay that." How do you actually feel about your club going back for Ake? Like, do you want to be looking at other options, or are you like, cool? Do you know what? I'm happy with Ake. Like, I want to know how you Chelsea fans feel about getting Ake back. Because for me, if I was a Chelsea fan, I think that's quite underwhelming. But a lot of Chelsea fans, for me, Cass, seem to be just like accepting it when I think Chelsea are better than that. So yeah, guys in the comments, like, let me know, like, even like yourself, Dave, or whatever. Are you actually happy that you're going back for Ake?
Yeah, I don't see that. I can't. Apparently, Tuchel's a big fan. I think he loves the fact that he can play multiple positions as well. Like, well, when I say multiple, I mean 2 positions. But I can't see it. I feel like he's probably at the bottom of the agenda of the list. I feel like the Ligt is going to be their man. And and Koundé, they've been chasing Koundé for a long time. And that'll be a great signing for them in the back 3, not a back 2, a back 3. So, but if you got Koundé and Ake, that's another successful window for me. And Koundé will give you, that's 60 mil, 55 million plus Ake 35. You're looking at about 80, 90 million worth of between 2 players potentially. So I feel like that's good business there. Good business up top with Sterling and Raphinha. So you're nearly blowing your 200 million supposed alleged budget. I just feel like you recruited very well. And with some sales, that will debate if you get another, like your other positions, like a centre mid, like that Milinkovic-Savic, the off-goings with Ziyech, the off-goings with Werner. Chelsea are in good hands, man. They always have been in good hands, and they will compete next season. I did say if they did continue to stay where they were, they can kiss top 4 goodbye if they didn't recruit well this year. Because honestly, that football they play sometimes you can't watch it all the time. We got 1 minute before. We got a minute and 15 seconds before we wrap up.
I'll quickly read 3. So from that question, Ake, the proven Prem player, has the perfect age and got the Ruud Gullit vibes going on. That's worth a couple. I wouldn't mind if we get Ake because we need that centre back depth. Ake is Premier League proven and steady backup. City going to the next season with only 3 centre backs. If City sell Ake, it will be nothing more. Yeah, do you know what? Actually, I didn't think of that. If City actually sell him, they might need a centre back themselves. Cass, just quickly, last thing I want to say is in regards to that. Obviously, we're not talking about Man United. If you want to see that, it's Trafford Tunnel as well and never a foul. But what you just said there is perfect. With the budget, you don't realise how much 10, 15 million can be the difference. Today, obviously, we've seen Tyrell Malacia. We've probably saved that on De Jong, and now we've spent that money on Malacia. It just shows that it can bring a player into the club. So, yeah, man. But yeah,
all I'm gonna say is
you watching and on Love Island time. I can't lie.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised, man. Yesterday's price is not today's price. That's what people gotta understand. It always changes depending on the situation and what's going on in Iran, and it can change just like I wish I could click my fingers, but I'm gonna do the little Italiano thing just like that.
It's gonna be, you know, it's mad because I know we'll wake up tomorrow. There'll be something mad. Me and you, I'll message at work and I'll be like, "What the hell's going on?" Like, there'll be something happening tomorrow. The transfer window is just mad at the moment. But guys,
I'm just happy, man.
Trust me. Just quickly, 10:15, Daps and Aaron are on with the Manchester Derby show. Also, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe.
2 likes from 75, man. I couldn't have asked for more, you know. I didn't expect that. I did not expect that, man.
Exactly. And Cass has got a Discord as well, so make sure you look out for that. Follow him, Cass MUSC. Hit him up on Instagram if you want to get into the Discord.
I'll put our banners up. Yeah, we got a Discord chat. So if anyone loves talking football, we got like 100 men up in there. So
love that.
Do you get what I mean? Obviously, big up Usman as well. He says big up to you both.
Oh, that's just said, change your plan. He's overrunning on Love Island because it must be booting off 10:30 live. Then 10:30. So there you go, 10:30. Daps and Aaron are live. So make sure you like and subscribe to that Manchester Derby content. Trafford Tunnel down below. Feed the Goat down below. Make sure you subscribe. We done a show.
One more like though. I can't lie. One of you guys in here got to spread that like. I want one more like. No, 2 more likes or something. Come on, man. Just look at it quick. I'm like, you know what? Let me press that quickly.
Love that. And then Usman, big up you two for getting us off Love Island. Do you know why? I let these man just do their thing. There's too much going on. Like the phone is mad. Like I don't even get a chance to even respond to my own brethrens. So I'll be shocking in the Discord. You know,
what I mean? Once sent you here, then make sure you quickly like that, man. 74 likes. We'll just get the 75. Like the whole perfect nostalgia thing is come on, man. It's a bit of OCD, man. OCD's going on.
I'm like that as well, Cassio, to be fair.
Yeah, it has to be like that.
You keep checking. But yeah, like I said, people, make sure you are liking and subscribing. Cass did do a stream earlier on the De Jong transfer, which is on Never a Foul. That's obviously linked to Trafford Tunnel where we done a
75. 75.
Tomorrow, plug what you've got on here with the call-in show.
So we got a call-in show tomorrow. So there's about 60 of you in here. Some of you know, some of you don't know. Me and Daps do a late night show. I think we're gonna do it around 10:30. Because it's, but you got basically anyone that's in the comments.
I love Island is really mashing up the thing in it.
Yeah, but yeah, it is. I would have probably had double in here. I think I'm actually convinced. But basically, if anyone wants to do a call, like wants to just get their opinion over, don't matter what fan you are. Me and Daps run a call-in show. I don't know what time, 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm gonna guess about 10:30. Come in, talk, give your opinion, ask us questions. You have 3 minutes, and hopefully we'll be literally 3 minutes. Get your opinion over, and then we move on to the next one. And we do that every single Wednesday, so we can get to know you guys a little bit better, a little bit more. So it's just the way we want to do things. And yeah, and obviously no nudity and any explicit behavior is allowed, and no controversial talking, just strictly football.
Yeah, love that. Perfect. So there you go, guys. Tomorrow, look out for the stream on that one. That will be there. The call in and the link will be there, so you can get involved.
Make sure you and me.
Say, I'll end it. Yeah, good shot.
Tyrell Malasia, Cassian Huntelaar, it's been your boys.
Yeah, by the way, you like the Cassian Huntelaar?
Yeah, I like it. It's smooth.
I saw Baby earlier.
Or Tyrone. I was thinking Tyrone Malasia or Tyrone Mings. Which one am I gonna go for? So
no.
Malasia.
And also, I'm glad you didn't say Tyrone McGoldrick either.
I don't even know who that is, bro.
McGoldrick for Sheffield United, the ball guy.
Oh, that's his. No. His name's not Ty. He's got to have Ty first.
Yeah, I like it. Ty. I'll take Malasia. And he's left-footed like me. But yeah, guys. Big up for watching. I like it where everyone said, just been sent here from Month's stream. Big up Cop End. We're just finishing the stream, but there will be content all week, every day.
Another hour, another 50 minutes. We'll be back on.
We'll be back on. That's the Manchester Derby show, 10:30 now, guys, not 10:15. So make sure you like.
Big up Tariq as well in there. Big up Tariq.
Yeah, man. Big up. Cass, bless up. And hopefully in 24 hours, we have a signing through. Maybe 2.